All right, fans, we're here, opening drive. Head coach Josh Strickland. This segment sponsored by Roof Masters and your local Hustle Sonic. Coach Strickland, Guy Walker, man, got that first win of the year. How's it feel, Coach?
Oh man, it feels great. Friday night was one of those experiences I'll never forget. Just the way it happened, the way the guys played, it all came together, and man, going into next week builds a lot of momentum.
And I'm going to hand it over to a guy here, but I've got one big question I want to ask is, after that game and all your years of coaching, put that up in how you felt, atmosphere, your feelings after that game was won.
Well, I mean, it was the first for me as a head coach, so for that it stands out, a little bit by itself. The crazy thing about all these games is the preparation, all that's always been the same. But there's nothing like getting that first win as a head coach in your hometown. That one right there is going to stand alone by itself.
Yeah, and it was fun watching because there's the old adage of, hey, act like you've been there. But in the situation, and me and Guy talked about it, is let's be honest, we haven't been there in Hallsville in a while.
No.
Let them enjoy the moment.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Everything from, school song after the game, the guys being, they got rewarded for their hard work because they've been working hard. And like we've talked on this show before, moral victories can only go so far. So when you get one in the win column, man, that does a lot for your team morale. It really does.
Yeah, we noticed at the end of the game, all our guys went down. We did the school song, and when White House started their school song, our band cranked it up again and just got louder, which was a little bit rude, but I'm okay with a little bit rude.
Yeah, I don't think at that point in the game or that point after the game that we had any idea what was going on that side. Yeah, all we cared about was us at that point.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the ball game, then we'll talk a little bit about Mount Pleasant coming up. We dominated the offensive line. Those guys up front did a great job. Elijah, I think we talked about 32 carries for
237.
Talk about a little bit about that.
The run game was awesome. The first half, here's what's crazy about the game is the first half, there were 2 drives that we didn't score in the game. It was a punt where we should have had a couple of first downs, and then an interception where we had an adjustment on the offensive line we didn't make. Yeah, and so the quarterback threw it across the field, which is a no-no. But those are the only 2 drives we didn't score. We only threw the ball 12 times all game. But we ran for 415 yards. So if you run for 415 yards, you're probably going to win. And the great thing for Elijah was the fact that to offset that, some of our misdirection stuff, we got the quarterback run game going.
Right.
And Jace, man, he did a great job of sticking his foot in the ground, getting north and south, and man, he ran away from him a few times. So.
Yeah, we talked about that on the radio also. Jace made great decisions Friday night.
Yeah.
Whenever he didn't need to throw, he didn't throw. He put his foot in the ground, tucked it, and took off running.
Yeah.
And another unsung hero, your kicker.
Yeah. Joel did awesome.
He had 2 field goals, big field goals at the first of the game. Mm-hmm. Drive stalled. He kicks 2 great field goals, and his kickoffs all night long. It's like it looked like Pele out there kicking.
Yeah, he did awesome. And it's one of those deals where, in the second quarter they only ran 3 offensive plays. We had 2 drives that started inside of our 5-yard line. We didn't get touchdowns, but we got points. So if you can get points anytime you drive at 90 yards, 88 yards, whatever that is, you have a 90-yard drive and an 88-yard drive in the same quarter, and you get points. It's one of those deals. I know a lot of people right before half were like, hey, why are we not going for the touchdown or whatever? Here's the deal. We were down 7-6 right before the half. I call a timeout not because I need it, because our guys were gassed. They really were. And so it came down to it where the clock got in that little situation below 20 seconds where we're sitting there going, we didn't have a timeout left. We had 1 timeout left. And I didn't want to take a chance of not going into halftime without the lead.
Right.
And I thought that was huge with us getting the ball coming back out. I just really wasn't willing to risk that.
And what people don't realize, Joel kicked into the wind.
Oh, yeah.
A stiff wind, and it's still a 38-yard field goal. That's pretty good for a high school kid.
Yeah, he did great.
It was fun, Coach, watching, again, offensively, Jace get used to Friday nights. meaning I can't run around the edges like I could on Thursday nights.
Right.
I've got to plant my foot, go up the middle. Guy and I talk a lot in the booth about finding the Robin to the Batman. You finally had kids step up, and it didn't start off the game that way.
No, it didn't.
But you had guys step up around Elijah, around Jace, start making catches, start making tough catches, start making big blocks. I mean, Callan Reed getting a pick, opportune time. You won the turnover battle, if I remember correctly, 4-1.
4-1, yes.
And it's hard to lose games when you rush for 400 yards and you win the turnover battle 4-1.
Yeah, it really is. And the thing about the defense is early, it's one of those deals where we're kind of bending a little bit, but we weren't breaking. We found a way to get the ball back. I mean, they drove the ball on us a little bit. We did a few things early on that we haven't done, just throwing a wrinkle at them, and finally we just decided, hey, let's get in our base stuff and get after it.
The interception in the end zone.
Yeah.
That was the craziest.
Yeah.
They had the touchdown. Me and Marc was up there. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. And the referee does the touchback signal. I said, "Oh, wait a minute." Now.
Yeah. So the receiver goes up, catches it, goes to tuck it, hits his chest, bounces to us in the end zone. And I don't apologize one bit for getting a break like that.
No.
We've had them go the other way.
All year long, they've been going the other way.
Yeah. So
And real quick, we got a short amount of time. Mount Pleasant game coming up. How do you expect your team to respond going into this game?
Well, so far we've responded with some great practices. We really have. We changed it up a little bit. I think, these guys haven't come to practice after a win in a long, long time. So the atmosphere and enthusiasm at practice was awesome this week. Now, one thing we have to do, sometimes it's harder to handle success than it is handle adversity. So we haven't been here a long time, so we got to see. We just got to keep our foot on the gas all week long.
Hey guys, that's been the opening drive with Coach Strickland. We'll see y'all next time.